Humanity is stepping into a new, ever-expanding phase of evolution. You are stepping into a new reality, a reality that is being called forth from your heart consciousness. There is a pause occurring in time that many are feeling. This pause is allowing you to adjust to the new frequencies. You intuitively sense something is different. Yet when you look out into the world, things seem the same. That sameness is shifting. There is a tremendous influx of energy that is bathing each of you and your reality. These new energies have never been felt before, so there is a feeling of puzzlement as well as a deep recognition from that aspect of you that is multidimensional and all-knowing. Even though the outer reality seems the same and the issues that this planet is facing still loom ahead of you, there have been significant shifts in the realms of truth and transformation. I want to clarify and quantify some of the things that we discussed regarding DNA. There isn't really a confusion. It's just so different that I want to, again, tell you some things you need to know. 1 year ago, I gave you 2 channels within 2 months regarding DNA. And one was the question, can you change your own DNA? The other one was the question, is DNA evolving? Now this one is a different idea. Is it possible that DNA is changing by itself? So let's be clear. When scientists look at your DNA, they see no changes. In fact, one of the things that they do see, which is very interesting, is that in 200,000 years, there really has been no evolutionary processes to notice in the human being. We are all going to have to learn to live differently than we are accustomed. The abilities we learn to use in a world of duality are becoming outdated, and humanity is moving into a world of love and joy, where debt does not exist, and all of our life force is ours to create our heart's desires. No one will be siphoning off our life force anymore. We are becoming truly free and enlivened beyond our former beliefs. Although this process is not yet fully visible, the old ways of accepting life within a containment of consciousness are fading. The sooner we learn to adapt to the new world, the better off we'll be. The transition has begun, and it will accelerate as more and more awaken to the truth of our being. We acknowledge each of you for your incredible support. Your clear intentions and heartfelt vibrations have anchored this new wave of transformation and transparency, and it's begun to filter down into physical manifestation for you to observe. This next period of time will seem to morph and stretch in unusual ways. Do not be surprised by what will unfold as you are straddle multiple dimensions. You are moving back and forth between the old and the new, adjusting and reestablishing your presence and frequency, matching the reality that you have anchored in your dreams and visions. Hold firm to those dreams and visions and allow them a home in your heart and consciousness. Welcome the upheavals and the changes as they appear in your life, and also the unfolding events around the world. Remember that you are the one calling forth this new consciousness of realized and recognized oneness. Hold the anchor for the frequencies coming in, which frequencies are activating those who continue to slumber or resist their true awareness of oneness. Now let's just stop for a moment and take a look at something else that's been very interesting. When scientists take a look at DNA, and for almost all of the history of the ability to look at DNA, it's been puzzling. There is an acknowledgement that it is not fully understood. In fact, for many years, 90% of DNA was not even categorizable. You can't catalog it even. It was junk. It didn't fall into any kind of categories. It didn't seem to be the chemistry they expected. You realize that DNA is responsible for all of the genes in your body. The chromosomes have the chemistry that create those genes. So suddenly, that 90% that was junk or not describable, in 2012, it became then discovered. Discovered, you would say, chemistry, and what they discovered was that it wasn't the chemistry they expected. In fact, it didn't have the patterns of chemistry at all. Now, this is why it was not really discoverable, you would say, by scientists looking for the wrong thing. We need to understand that we have taken on an artificially limited intelligence in order to experience things that we could not experience in our true limitless self. The only way that we can know this is through our intuitive knowing, which we can sense deep within our awareness. It's a natural resonance that we've learned to be unaware of, but that is still faintly present as our conscience. By focusing on this kind of awareness, especially in the presence of beautiful music, art, and nature, we can better align with it and open our awareness to it. Once we begin to pay attention to it, its presence grows stronger and more meaningful in how we live. It's just focusing on what we love the most in every moment. It is the source of all wisdom and understanding. There are ethereal realms that we can feel and imagine, but that are beyond words. They can become our realities and empirical experience within the boundaries of the physical world. Our feelings and imaginary visions maintain the quality of their vibrations, frequency and polarity, while adapting to the nature of the realm. In the vibratory patterns of life enhancement, we feel love, compassion, and joy. Everything within their spectrum of frequencies can stay with us in the ethereal and modulate the energetics in the empirical spectrum. Continue to maintain a frequency of grace and gratitude, for these vibrations and frequencies will allow you to surf the tumultuous energy fields that change brings. These are exciting and thrilling times of divine unfolding. Allow yourself to walk in grace through the days ahead, uplifting all that is before you. Be mindful to care for your physical body as it also experiences the changes of dimensions. Celebrate as often as possible what is right in the world, for this attitude continues to anchor and call forth the true connection and oneness with all. We celebrate you, we honor you, and we surround you with our love and gratitude for the expression of your unique magnificence. Call on us and other divine support at any and all times. So here's the answer I want to give you, and it's not an answer that's necessarily easy to understand or that you really have to know, except that part of the issue and the plan, you might say, of all of humanity really revolves around this. The shift that you are in has many new energies. If you'll back up and look at the channels that we have given you, one of my favorites is this: the veil is lifting. And that veil, you might say, is the amount of spirituality that you can be aware of, observe, and absorb. As the veil lifts, you start to see things you could not see before. You start to be aware of things you were not aware of before. But the best part is that there is a portion of this awareness which is active. That is, suddenly you are able to do things you were not able to before. Here is a question. Do you think that the lifting of the veil might change your biology, might change the DNA? And this is for anyone on the planet, this question, not just for old souls, because you do understand that the shift affects everyone. All souls are the leaders, they're the way showers, they're the lighthouses. But humanity in general is being exposed to new awarenesses. The veil lifts for all. It's just that some of you will see it, some of you will not. Many will be afraid of it. All we need to do is daydream. In this state of being, we're unaware of our physical presence and we're engaging in astral projection. If we can maintain our presence of conscious awareness while daydreaming, we can get in there and have fun, just like lucid dreaming at night. For this, we have to stay conscious while we move into the space between waking and sleeping, or being awake and daydreaming. In each case, we're expanding our awareness beyond the limitations of the physical world. We can even live in the ethereal with friends. We could meet there in the ethereal cafe. It's beyond time and space, requiring our imagination and inner feelings that become knowing.